Welcome to the KidHash podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the KidHash podcast. I'm your host KidHash, here with my co-host Gypsy-J.
What's up?
You guys can follow us on Twitter at KidHash Podcast. You can also find us on Mass Roots at KidHash. Follow or subscribe to our channel rather on YouTube, KidHash Podcast. If you guys already follow, then you'll notice that we updated our logo and our banner. The other shit was a little too clip arty for me, so I went ahead and updated everything, gave it a little more flair. Today on the KidHash podcast, we have a couple of articles that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, and you can find them there on our Mass Roots and our Twitter account. And the first thing that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention is that Jeff Sessions has finally, gotten out there what he wants to do as far as cannabis goes, and unfortunately, he is saying that they're going to crack down on all drug laws in general, and unfortunately, because of the classification, cannabis falls under Schedule 1, so we are fucked in the eyes of the federal law. But you know what? Civil disobedience. That's the way that I go. I smoked pot before it was legal. I'll smoke it until it's legal, and I'll smoke it after it's legal. It is what it is. And kind of the inverse of that, there are a couple of congressmen that want to, House Republicans rather, that are introducing a bill to deschedule cannabis, which is completely the opposite of our Attorney General's intentions. So we're kind of in this weird state with our political climate right now. So everybody just sit back, smoke a joint, wait for it all to hash out, because it'll all come out in the end. And speaking of sitting back and smoking a joint, my co-host here is complaining that our studio reeks of marijuana.
It does. It's not bad. It's just in your face.
I buy good shit. If you're going to put something in your body, have a little respect for it. It's all you fuckers out there that are just throwing seeds and then selling people shitty outdoor cannabis. You guys are assholes, all right?
Shame on you.
That's right. Have a little respect. So how's the custom work going? Are we getting any good stuff made? Is there anything that you've got in the works that we're eventually going to have up?
It's all a process. I'm hoping that we could show them some of the stuff that I've been doing soon. So
yeah, as soon as we have some samples up, we'll put those on the Twitter account and the Mass Roots account and the website.
It's getting there, slowly but surely.
Yeah, we got to get that. I need some swag. I need something. I need some shirts. I need a hat. I need some glasses.
Okay.
So we gotta order some shit.
I will prioritize. Get it done.
And
not all ordering. I hand make a lot of stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna hand make the shirts. I'll probably have to order some patches to do the hats, because I can make the hats, but I gotta have patches. Our logo's got a lot of colors. I'm not hand stitching all those colors.
I love our logo.
Yeah, me too. That was kind of a weird process because I'm not artistic in the least bit. So I spent all fucking morning on that, and that was after debating that clip art nonsense that I had on our accounts before that. Ugh.
A lot of companies fiddle around with different logos before they get it.
Yeah, well, everybody listening, if you notice on our accounts, there will be some stuff that it's constantly changing. This podcast is always going to be changing. And that's just kind of part of being the groundbreaking audience. You guys are the first ones listening. This is only the third episode that we're doing, so...
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
wow. Yeah. A lot of stuff will change, so, and that goes with any feedback that you guys can give us, because we are, always open to feedback. We want to hear from you guys. This is, no matter how big this podcast gets or how big it doesn't get, we're always going to be listening to you online, so let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what we need to get out there to people. And anybody that contributes, anybody that throws some information our way, we will totally give you a shout out. We'll let everybody know where we got it. Promote your accounts, We can help you promote you if you promote us.
You can do a few giveaways, too.
Oh, definitely. definitely.
For sure. Once we get our stuff going, whoop whoop, rocking and rolling.
Yeah. By the way, total subject shift here, but
The mind of a stoner.
did you see that Subway had their chicken tested?
Yes.
Recently? Or, I don't know if they actually had it tested, but somebody tested it, and it came back as it was around 50% chicken, and the other 50% was seasoning, and I think a huge chunk of it was soy.
Is that bad though?
Well, I mean, it's not really bad, but here's the thing, soy, it's allegedly, I'm not a scientist, a lawyer, or any of this shit, alright? So, allegedly, soy can cause men to produce more estrogen. So, and I mean, I don't think it's in huge amounts, but if you're eating Subway every day...
Which a lot of people do.
Right. So if you're getting a chicken sandwich every day from Subway, and they're giving you a shit ton of soy without you knowing, you could be growing some bitch tits.
That's my favorite thing to get, though. Chicken teriyaki.
Yeah, it's delicious, and I mean, I don't have a problem with eating the chicken there still, because like I said, it's soy. It's not a big deal. It's still healthy, but... people have a right to know what's going in their body.
Yeah.
You can't just put shit in their food that's going to cause some kind of hormonal response and not tell them.
That happened with Chipotle.
Allegedly,
sorry. I don't know. What I've heard.
We don't have lawyers, so we need to preface everything with allegedly.
I think it was in the beans. There was pork in it, and they claimed it was vegan, vegetarian. There was a whole uproar, but...
Well, we'll look into that, and we'll clear that matter up. If we find the link to that, we will post it on our Twitter account.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We want all the information on here to be accurate. So, but we also want you guys to know what's going on, because nobody deserves to be fucked with products that they're paying for and they don't know what's in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of shady business practice, and I don't think this is an issue, but since we're on the topic of companies. Mm-hmm. Supposedly Taco Bell had a racist commercial.
I saw that too.
Okay, so what was the racist part of it?
Okay, so it looks like it's I don't know the year. I'm gonna say 1950s, maybe the 60s. Who knows? There was a guy with the naked chicken chalupa thing. Okay, so this is a throwback period commercial. I've seen the commercials, but I haven't seen anything racist. Well, I didn't think it was racist. The guy, he goes to throw the wrapper without looking into the garbage can, and it ends up in a bassinet stroller looking thing. That doesn't seem racist, but then somebody broke it down and said because a black woman was pushing the stroller and the trash went into her baby's carriage, it was as if I don't know, I really don't know.
What? They were comparing black people to trash or something? Is that what the connection was there?
Well, it's either that or that black people like chicken, but I don't really understand either one of those. It was really just him missing the trash can. So I don't know why a lot of people thought it was racist.
Well, I mean, if we're going to stretch that far, then we could say that the Mountain Dew commercials are sizest because the fat guy is sitting there doing nothing. He cracks one of those open and starts fucking dancing like crazy.
Oh my gosh, I love that commercial.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny, but...
That's the Kickstart, though. That's not Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew does Kickstart, for sure.
Well.
I'm pretty sure.
We know nothing. No, maybe I'm just not looking at it the right way, but I didn't see anything racist about it.
No, I don't think that it is racist. I mean, they do a lot of fucked up stuff to white people in commercials, and nobody says that it's racist. But then you've got people that say that white people can't be racist. That's fucking racist.
The first time I saw the commercial, I was like, haha, he missed the trash can. It landed on the baby. But
you're part of the problem, man.
I might be, but that's okay.
No, honestly, I have I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not Islamophobic. Everybody should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. That's what the United States of America was built on. That's what the internet was built for. You know, everybody has rights to do what they want to do and need to do to be happy. And, you know, I'll boil it down to I'm pro-choice. I don't give a shit what anybody wants to do. But we cannot make everything an issue of somebody's.
Yeah, back to picking your battles, man. Like, it's a commercial. And if anybody knows why it's racist, please let us know, because my mind is all trapped up in a bottle. I can't figure it out. I need your help.
There was something similar to that when, like, The Walking Dead. I'm sure plenty of you people listening to this watch The Walking Dead, and
Love
you know,
The Walking Dead.
Okay, so did you see that there was that big issue with a T-shirt that they made for The Walking Dead?
No.
It was Negan. He was, you know, going eeny, meeny, miny at the end of last season, and, you know, he's choosing whose brains he was going to fucking bash out onto the concrete. And they put that on a T-shirt. And some jackass, and he is a jackass, make no mistake, because there's no reason that should be an issue. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Little kids go to school and do this to figure out who's up next to play the game.
I do that still.
Right, so it's not a big deal. But this guy got pissed, and because he said that it was racially insensitive, because, you know, the old rhyme, now that we're in this, you know, not racist society, it's catch a tiger by his toe. But in the original, it was catch a nigger by his toe. That's right, I said nigger, bitches. And it's not the same thing. Like, they changed it to not be racist. So it's not racist. It's not racially insensitive. You know, we can boil everything down to a race issue.
I really don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. It doesn't make any sense.
So what? Did they discontinue the shirt, or?
Well, they pulled it down from, like, I think it was at Walmart or something like that, or Target.
Gosh.
But whatever store it was, they took it off the shelf. But you can find it online. As soon as it came off the shelves, other online distributors they jumped on it immediately.
That's absurd.
And again, that's the beauty of the internet. Nobody gives a fuck on the internet.
I love the internet.
Yeah.
I don't like people creating problems that aren't there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's absolutely it. You're creating problems that aren't there because you're fucking bored.
They must be really bored, but...
Oh, they are, because they go to work, they sit in these cubicles, or they, you know, sell whatever they have to sell at work, or they just do these nice cushy jobs. And every job, unless you're doing something physically strenuous like building a house or, you know, something really physical, every job here is a cushy fucking job. Like, you're selling shit, you're talking to somebody, you're not hunting, you're not doing anything ridiculous. So they've got no challenge, no real challenge.
My job, I wake up at the crack of ass and go and do physical work all day long. And then I go home, I eat, I shower. I'm in bed at like 7 o'clock.
Well, we don't even go home. We
go to a hotel.
We go to a hotel. We work on the road.
We live out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
Not even a book bag, really.
I mean, yeah, and you're right. That shit's tough because we spend all day lifting shit. But even still, it's like kind of physically strenuous, but there's no mental stimulation because it's all the same shit. Like, our job, it's physically tough, but it's really not hard to live with.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't have any will. Like, I don't have any bone in my body that wants to create problems that aren't there, because I'm just too tired for that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah,
definitely. Honestly, the only issue that I ever am immediately jumping on top of is cannabis legalization.
Yeah?
Because here's the thing, for somebody like me, that's my cause. Like, I spent my whole life having people around me bash it, only to grow up, try it, and be like, wow, this shit's fucking awesome. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, do you remember Dare?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to be offered, like, so much more than what I was. I wasn't offered anything the way that they made it seem.
If you smoke cannabis, you will OD and die.
Although, I never did anything until after I was out of high school. Like, I drank, but I never tried I never tried pot until after I graduated.
Well, and honestly, you shouldn't. I mean, I did.
I mean, you're fine.
Yeah, but
you were student of the month.
Yeah, I was really academically inclined, but I mean, I really feel like you shouldn't fuck with the developing mind. That's the whole reason that you're not supposed to drink before you're 21, because your brain hasn't fully developed. Honestly, I think your brain doesn't even fully develop until you're 25.
I think it might be 28.
I don't know, but it's bottom line is it's not 18, and it's certainly not when you're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you should be fucking with anything that's gonna, mess with a developing mind. That being said, I did. I'm perfectly fine. I'm,
Are you?
Yes,
yeah,
I am.
You're cool.
But, it's, you spend your whole life hearing people say what a bad thing it is, only to find out that it's not.
And quit comparing it to hard drugs.
And that's the other problem. That's the problem with DARE. They lump it all in together, say drugs are bad, all of this is bad, and it's not. I mean, cocaine. You shouldn't do cocaine every day. It literally rots your brain.
And your teeth.
Yeah.
Or is that meth?
That's meth. That's meth. But cocaine, it literally starts eating away at your brain and shrinking your brain, and it'll fuck you up if you do it for a really long time. But
will it mess up your head? Like
physical appearance?
Yeah.
No. But it'll fuck with
your face.
It'll fuck with everything if you let it affect your life horribly. But if that's the only thing that you're doing different, then, and that's the problem. That's rarely the only thing anybody does differently. Most people that smoke pot, they only smoke pot, but they go about their daily lives the same as they normally would.
A lot of people only smoke it to sleep.
Right. But
cool.
Most people that, do cocaine or smoke crack or shoot heroin, that's all they do. And that's why those are the problem, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to take a drug that makes you feel invincible. Unless you're trying to feel invincible all the time. Then you're not going to do anything, you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to hurt somebody else. So I don't think there's anything wrong with doing cocaine or heroin or meth once in a while. But the problem is just about nobody can do that. I mean, there are a few people that can, but you'd never know.
I don't know how people function on that kind of stuff.
Well, and that's the thing. You would never know if they were, because that's what makes them different. They're able to function on it. But even if most people can't function on it, those drugs still have a place. Like cocaine and heroin were medicine.
Yeah.
So
they used to put it in Coca-Cola.
Right. So I mean, they still have their place, but we can't keep comparing it to cannabis.
I did see an article. They were giving kids meth for some condition.
Like what, ADHD or ADD?
I don't remember. I just saw it recently, but
yeah. Honestly, I'm not even a fan of giving kids Ritalin or Adderall or anything like that. Like I said, you shouldn't fuck with a developing mind. You should deal with the child as it is until they're developed, and then you can start trying stuff like that. But you gotta let them be who they're gonna be first.
That's true.
Because if you give a kid an 8-year-old, he's so hyper. Yeah, he's a fucking 8-year-old. Don't have kids. I mean, if you've got a problem with a hyper kid, if you can't wear him out, don't have kids. But
get a puppy first.
Yeah, but you can't give an 8-year-old something like Ritalin or Adderall because you don't know who they're gonna be.
But then again, these people that aren't switching to medicine, they're doing terrible things to their kids, like killing them or throwing them off a bridge or starving them or leaving them somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing. That's honestly, that's what this podcast is all about. There's always a flip side to everything. That's why I like having you on here with me, because we're good devil's advocates for each other. Because you're right. If you leave a parent with a kid unmedicated and that kid is just too much of a handful for that parent, some worse shit than fucking with their brain chemistry might happen.
Yeah.
And that's a shame. But they're the two sides of the same coin, but they need to be addressed equally. You know, you shouldn't be medicating children just as much as you shouldn't be killing them. There needs to be an alternative.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It is. And honestly, it's getting kind of ridiculous how often I'm seeing, like, mother kills baby, claims she loves it. Like, that just doesn't...
It doesn't mix. It's oil and water.
But that's how you know somebody's crazy. If, like, they say something and everybody else is like, that doesn't make any sense. But to them, it totally makes sense. And that's kind of the weird thing about this thing that we're all doing. Like, how do you know you're sitting here doing a podcast with me? How do I know that?
What?
For all I know, I'm sitting in the corner of an asylum with cannabis is awesome.
Yeah.
Cannabis is awesome.
That's the type of stuff that freaks me out. I don't want to think about that.
Well, I mean, but you should think about that. You should consider that, and just, there's nothing you can do about it if that's the case. Just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Yeah.
And I mean, do the best that you can, because that's all you can do. You don't know what we're really doing. All we know is what we can perceive. You know, it's, perception is a motherfucker.
It is. There's so many different sides.
There is, because, I mean, there's, like, to a snake, it doesn't, they don't care that they're killing something, because it doesn't, perception, it's just not there. They don't see a mouse. They see food.
Right.
And that's, you know, it's, perception's a motherfucker. It changes everything. I mean, if you're a kid who didn't get medicated, you're really hyper, and now you're fucked up because you could never focus on anything, nobody gave you a chance and they got tired of it, maybe they would say, yeah, you should definitely get kids Adderall or Ritalin, because they've seen the other side of it.
Right.
It's, all you can do is the best that you can do. I mean, it's weird what's going on, where everybody wants to tell everybody else what's normal and what's, you know, the way that it's supposed to be. And that's the problem with politicians. You have to be kind of an asshole to want to be in politics, because you think you have the answer.
I don't think anybody has the answer.
I agree. I think that like I said, we should all do the best that we can, and we should address every issue from every angle and try to come up with the best solution that, infringes on the individual the least. Because we're a country that's supposed to be about individuality.
Mm-hmm.
But the more these protests and things happen, the less individual we become.
It'd be great if we could all just do what we want.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what this is supposed to be. I mean, I put something on Twitter about, like, the federal government. It's there as a figure. It's only supposed to be a concept that exists when we need to unify as a country. And, like, we're the United States of America. Otherwise, we should just be fucking America.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if you're going to leave everything to the federal government and you're going to try to make everything this way, then we should just be one thing. We shouldn't be a collective, which is what the United States is supposed to be. You know, states' rights exist so that we can all decide what we want as smaller groups. But, unfortunately, as the population grows, those smaller groups are becoming massive. I mean, what's the population of a place like California?
I'm not sure, but I know the population of Columbus, Ohio is like 1.2 million.
Yeah, see, and that used to be like the population of the whole country.
Right.
So I get it. It's like a big issue, but it's something that we need to address, because, like, I don't know if we need to break down into even smaller, like, maybe towns need rights or cities need rights. Maybe individual cities need to decide their own laws. But then you run into, like, the patchwork cannabis laws. The federal government says that it's illegal, and like 50% of the country has decided as whole states, fuck that, we're smoking pot. I mean, so you can be in, like, Michigan, have a doctor tell you that it's cool, go one state over and, get thrown in jail.
That's too much.
It definitely is. I mean, I feel like if you're, I don't know. I mean, if you're a resident of another state, shouldn't you kind of get some some leeway on that issue. Like if you're a California resident and you've got like a medical card, I don't feel like you should be prosecuted if you are caught holding in another state.
Right.
I mean, if you're not supposed to have a license in Ohio, they can still give you one in Florida. I mean, it's a weird thing that we've got going on with individual states' rights and, you know, federal law. It's weird. We need to pick a lane.
Yes, I agree.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I got shit to do. I just wanted to.
I got T-shirts to make.
That's right. We just wanted to leave you guys on something to think about. You know, maybe like I said, perspective. It's a bitch. You got to consider all sides of the case, which is, you know, what just happened here with the whole states' rights versus federal law. And I mean, we got to pick a lane, but we got to consider all of the angles. You know, and that's the same thing when it comes to like this Taco Bell commercial. Like, yeah, you gotta figure all the angles, but you also gotta pick your battles. It's not a racist commercial. And
It's only racist if you make it racist.
right.
Quit making it racist.
Right.
Quit making everything racist.
Yeah, I mean, pick your battles. It's okay. It'll all be okay. We're still in the best country. It's all right. You can rest assured that you've got it better than a lot of other places. So. Just remember that. It's going to be okay. All right, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to get out of here. You can follow us on Twitter at KidHash Podcast. Follow us on Massroots at KidHash. We have the website. It's up, but it's in blog format right now. We'll upgrade it to a website once we, you know, get this kind of rocking and rolling and steady. It's kidhashpodcast.wordpress.com, and you can go there to let us know what you guys think. You can go to Twitter or Massroots to let us know what you think, and just give us your opinions, give us your suggestions, let us know what you want to hear, let us know what you think needs to be put out there to the general public, because we would love to be able to do that. That's the whole reason we're here, is to let you guys know what's going on that maybe you've missed, and to get some productive conversation going. You know, we're here to be impartial and just discuss things, because nobody wants to just discuss things. They want to shove their opinion down your fucking throat, and we're kind of tired of it. So we just want to hear what you guys have to say. So reach out to us on Twitter or on Massroots or on our website and let us know. And anybody that has any suggestions that, you know, are constructive and helpful, we will totally implement them, and we'll give you a shout out on here. You know, promote your account. The internet's fantastic. You can promote us while we promote you, and just everybody can get more connected. So, you know, just reach out to us and let us know what you guys think. All right? Peace.